The Bayelsa State Governor, His Excellency Senator Douye Diri, has over the last 3 years painstakingly continued to implement his administration's action plans. These action plans, which are inclusive and multidimensional, are also aimed at reducing poverty by growing the local economy. To ensure that the goal to grow the local economy is sustainable, Governor Diri is implementing strategies and creating opportunities to empower his people and unleash their latent potentials. One avenue the administration has deployed to achieve this is through the Senator Douye Diri Skill Acquisition and Empowerment Program. The program, conceived 3 years ago and presently overseen by Mrs Charity Godwin, is envisioned to provide willing individuals, especially youths, with marketable, hands-on skills that will enable them become successful entrepreneurs and ultimately employers of labor. The program, which is now a household name because of the success stories of many of the trainees, offers a 3-month intensive training in 8 areas to participants selected from all the 8 local government areas in the state. The skill training areas include paint production and virtual arts, solar installation and electrical works, makeup and gilly tying, as well as fashion designing and barbing. Other skills taught are catering and pastry, leather bag and shoe production, chemicals, soap and toiletries production, as well as pedicure and manicure.
And the reason why I come this program now for me to earn food, put food for my table. Now I go feel open my own place, now they barb. I don't go beg person money. I won't even thank Douye Diri, the miracle governor, for this opportunity and give all of us.
We've been seeing many governments coming into power, but none has cared for common people like us. But now that we have come into the picture, I am really overwhelmed. My family and my children will no longer be in hunger because this is something the state really needs.
You know, prior to these times, they say, Bayelsans, we are lazy, and putting this initiative, I think, I will tell you, we are not lazy. So many Bayelsans have taken this thing to make their life very meaningful.
I have been dreaming to have a company on my own, a paint production company, producing paint and being a good painter in my life, but I've never had the privilege. But right now, with the grace of God, I've gotten a privilege like this from the government, His Excellency Douye Diri, and I can produce not just emotion paint, I can produce expensive paint.
I can make hair, I can make gel, packing gel hair, I can make nails. Before now, I couldn't do all those stuffs. But right now, I can proudly call myself a cosmetologist because so far, the program has really been useful. It has been helpful to me and my other colleagues in the class.
The success stories of the empowerment program, which now runs 2 training centers at Ovom and Opolo in Yenagoa, the state capital, is not by accident. The training is designed to succeed, like many things the administration of Senator Douye Diri has ventured into. Unlike other empowerment programs where participants are cajoled with all kinds of incentives such as monthly transport allowance and stipends, the Senator Douye Diri Skills Acquisition and Empowerment Program applies a different and unusual approach that contributes to its success story. Up front, trainees know that they will not be given any money during or at the end of the training. While government provides training materials and recruits quality trainers, trainees choose their courses and have the responsibility of paying for their transportation to and from the training venues daily.
But one thing we do to achieve these great results you've seen so far in Bayelsa State with the Diri skills, we orient the mindset of our people first before taking them to their classes, before absorbing them. We want to know how determined you are. We want to know how serious you are, so that even if nothing is given to you, the skill that is going to be embedded in you should be something that will be sustaining you for the rest of your life. We make you to realize that it's not good to be lazy, it's not good to be loyal. The best thing that you should be loyal to in life should be your handwork, so that people close to you should have means of respecting you. So we make them to understand no transportation fare. You're going to transport yourself to come. So you will know that people who are serious will come. Those who are not serious will fall off the path.
Also, misconduct attracts discipline, and trainees are giving starter packs only at the end of the training. This is a clear demonstration of no pain, no gain, as trainees who lack commitment and determination do not remain in the program. Another reason for the success story of the center could also be attributed to the quality of the trainers.
When we first of all came for the program, we felt maybe it was just something that you will come one day, you will not come the other day, or you will come, the teacher might not come. But when we came, we found out that it was very intense. The teachers were very intentional. Like, the teachings were top notch, and it always carries the crowd along, like the students along. If you don't understand, it would break it down for you in bits.
I never knew how to match a machine before, but since I came here, I've known how to match a machine. I am so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of Douye Diri, because he has given me a very good opportunity. I can sew even this cloth I'm wearing. I'm the one that made it. This is called butterfly. I've made another one called kimono. So I am so happy. At least I can own a shop. I can sew for others too to earn money. I will not go and beg or ask for others to sew for me again.
Between 2021 and 2022, the program, which is free, has empowered 1,664 individuals with skill sets that have transformed them from being jobless to being self-employed, and from being dependent to becoming financially independent individuals. However, this year, Governor Diri expanded the number of those to be trained per batch from 850 in 2022 to 3,500 in 2023. The first set of 3,500 trainees will be rounding off their training in July 2023, while another batch of 3,500 trainees will be enrolled for a new session commencing in August 2023. And so, by February 2024, when Governor Diri wraps up his first tenure, a total of 8,664 individuals would have acquired hands-on skills that will put food on their tables and contribute to the economic prosperity of the state. Impressive stories of changed fortunes are emerging from those who have attended the program. The fact that many are already finding their space in the business environment is an eloquent testimony that the courses offered in the program are ideal and being effectively implemented.
I learned this shoemaking and bag production in Douye Diri Skill Acquisition, the first batch. I've not learned it anywhere before. I don't know how to cut leather or to make bag. But in that training, I got the idea to learn how to produce bag, to produce shoe. And since after then, starter pack were given to us, a filing machine, sewing machine by our Excellency, the Miracle Governor, Douye Diri. And since then, I've been producing. It has helped me a lot. I don't beg to eat. Before, I'll have to use one way or the other to ask before I will have money to manage my life. But since I learned these skills, it has helped me. I'm managing with it. I even have people that are learning.
I'm one of the beneficiaries of the Douye Diri Skills Acquisition Program in the year 2022 on paint production. I've been producing and selling since last year, that is 2022 to date. And even the engineers, they are happy with the production I've given to them. From the beginning, they were saying that Bayelsans are lazy. Bayelsans were not business oriented. Bayelsa is not place that can boast of on business. But today, Douye Diri has changed the narrative.
From the first day after I learned how to make nails, it has been benefiting me. Right there in the center, after I've learned how to make nails, I start to work to make nails to collect small penny for my transport. So that has been keeping me going, and it has also made me to get more interest because I'm also working to have little things right there in the center. So that lead me into the second batch, which become an instructor. So come to the home aspect, it has benefited me a lot. Now I don't depend on my husband for little money. I work and I take care of myself. I take care of my parents. If they send for ask for any little money, I send for them. Then also come to my children, I also buy little things for them. If the school fees is not ready, I also make provision to pay little before my husband will pay. For the 38 years of my life, this is the first government that I've benefited something from this state. Before I was wondering if I'm part of the state, but this one has proved that I'm also a Bayelsan. I also have my 2 younger ones that are here with me. They are in school. They are also making nails. They learn from here. So thank you so much, Douye Diri.
In addition to the skill acquisition program, the Bayelsa State Government, through the Ministry of Women, Children Affairs, Empowerment and Social Development, is also taking critical steps to support small-scale businesses that will eventually boost the state's economy, reduce poverty, and curb the high unemployment rate. Presently, Bayelsa is a civil servant state where most of the big players in the business sector are from other states of the Federation, resulting in capital flight. This is because most indigenous small businesses, due to a number of factors including lack of capital and difficulty in accessing cheap loans, have not been able to strive against other competitors and consequently collapsed. However, this appalling situation is changing with a new policy being implemented by Governor Diri, which aims to produce indigenous entrepreneurs. Government is already tackling one of the key problems from the roots by providing grants of 200,000 naira to small businesses across the state. The empowerment program, which started in February 2022, is supervised by a special committee and has the Commissioner for Women, Children Affairs, Empowerment and Social Development, Honorable Faith Upwene, as chairperson.
The governor wants to bring in Bayelsans into the business world. So he decided to start from the small entrepreneurs, the small business persons, those doing mama put, they're selling gari, tomatoes, provisions, small chemists in our communities, you know. So those are the people he wants to touch. Because definitely if you add 200,000 naira to a woman who is selling gari and small things on table, you give her 200,000, definitely it will expand seriously. Immediately you will see the difference. There is no community that we will go to that 1, 2, 3, 4 persons will not come out and say that this government, the prosperity government, has empowered me and I'm doing well. There's no community because we deal with the words.
The program initially provided monthly grants to 2 business owners from the 105 wards in the state. But because feedback from the field attests to its positive impact on the business climate and the benefiting business owners, the governor magnanimously approved a 100% increase in the number of monthly beneficiaries. Consequently, 4 business owners are selected from each of the 105 political wards. In other words, 460 small-scale business owners now benefit from the grant monthly.
Before, when I was selling this mama put, things were hard to a point I have even stopped selling because there is no help from anywhere as a widow. But I just want to thank God when this program came up. I happened to be one of the beneficiaries, and I collected this money in April, early this year, 2023. In fact, when I invested the money in my business, things start working well, the business is flowing.
My business been go down, but through the 200,000, my business don't move well every day and night.
For me to print one work, it will take a while to print. But now, as he assisted me with 200,000 naira, with what I have, I was able to go for what I want. So now, if I want to print some document of 200 pages, it's faster. My business is now growing. My customer no longer more. As soon as they bring their work, I run their copies and they leave.
The selection process for the beneficiaries is gender sensitive, and only those who have business or require seed money to start businesses benefit from the grant. Ultimately, Bayelsa State Government is changing the business climate of the state as more indigenous businessmen and women are beginning to have more stakes in the small-scale business sector. By February 2024, a total of 8,770 businesses would have benefited from the grant.
This program is an initiative of the Prosperity Administration, and it was designed primarily for the small and medium-scale enterprises. Those who are selling and dealing on the kind of things that we have heard in their testimonies. And again, also to encourage those who are willing to do that business but have no seed money to start up the businesses. And so this program was particularly designed for that purpose. And that's why it is a monthly running program. And so we are not just talking prosperity, we are walking prosperity. Is it the gunshot that has taken your leg this way? Well, we thank God for your life and for such a woman who is still alive and very happy that she got 200,000 from this government and her business is thriving. I hereby direct that an additional 1 million naira be made available.
The Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, Empowerment and Social Development is also addressing problems facing the physically challenged and the vulnerable. Governor Diri's government has appointed 13 physically challenged persons as aides and advisors. This unprecedented number shows that he believes in equity and that everyone should be given opportunity to strive.
Senior special assistants are 2, while the special assistants are 11. Deaf and dumb is part of them, while blind is there. It is not a man that carried only few people along. It's carried everybody along. It did not discriminate anybody. Like it is only opportunity. Once you have the opportunity to see him and tell him the problem of your people, is exactly solving it.
This time they are calm. They don't destroy things. They don't block gates because they know they have a governor that loves them. They have a governor who will listen to them. When they come here, they tell me what is their problem. I go there, he will solve it for them. And with the 13 persons there, most time he calls meeting for all political appointees. They'll also be there and they also speak out. So they are carried along. Definitely they are happy.
The Bayelsa government is also not neglecting its social responsibility to the mentally deranged. In 3 years, 65 of them have been evacuated from the streets of Yenagoa, treated, rehabilitated, and returned to their families, while 50 Bayelsa families at the leprosy colony in Edo State are also being catered for. With respect to children, Governor Diri further buttressed his love for them with his assent to the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law in March 2021. In addition, to quickly handle and reduce gender violence, particularly among children, the governor in September 2021 set up the Gender Response Initiative Team, GREAT, which has Barrister Douye Diri as chairman.
When His Excellency came into office, in his wisdom, he decided that the Bayelsa State Gender Response Initiative Team should be set up. The team wasn't just set up just like that. It was set up by virtue of Section 40 of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law 2021. His Excellency set up that team because he needed to nip in the bud issues of violence in the state. You see a woman being abused by a man, you see a man being abused by a woman, you see children being sexually abused on a daily basis. He looked at the records, he looked at what was on ground and decided that a team should be put together to deal with these issues.
Over the last 3 years, the Gender Response Team has handled 121 cases, secured some convictions, while several cases are still in court. In July 2023, to solve our key challenge that emerged from dealing with gender violence and sexual assaults cases, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Douye Diri, in partnership with the Gender Response Team and the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, provided 2 safe spaces for victims within the state capital. The first is the Sexual Assault Referral Center located in the premises of the Federal Medical Center and the Safe Home located in Opolo. Dr. Douye Diri, the wife of the State Governor, commissioned both centers.
The center is open for use. Do not hide, because if you hide, the perpetrators will keep doing it. But when you come, we go through the process, and then the judge and the court take it course. Then there will be punishment for offenders.
We are about the few states in Nigeria that have the safe home and safe space for victims of gender-based violence to run up to and get some form of temporary support, temporary protection until when most of these matters are charged to court, and all of that is a plus to His Excellency.
The Sexual Assault Referral Center is open 7 days of the week and will, among other services, provide free bed space, counseling, medical and legal services for victims, while the Safe Home in Opolo is primarily for children who need immediate separation from those abusing them. It is evident that Governor Diri continues to run his administration with deep compassion. While protecting the rights of children and other citizens, he has also instituted programs, schemes and projects that are empowering people, combating poverty, creating independent jobs and reducing crime. With these progressive measures, Governor Diri is ultimately expanding the economic frontiers of his people and leading them on a path of prosperity.